Hello, this is the latest video from a 3 terabyte original Xbox. It has the 128 megabyte RAM upgrade. I'm going to have some shortcuts in the description so you can skip ahead to the part of the video you want to see. Go ahead. You have this right here, the Chihiro. These are the games that require the 128 megabyte RAM upgrade to run. That's these two games right here. My 2 terabyte Xbox will be just like this one, of course without that, and has less Xbox games. I just wanted to go through more detail in this video to show what this Xbox is capable of doing. This folder right here has games that are not really appropriate for kids. They've got a lot of nudity in them. Some of the games are modded, so they have extra nudity in them. So if you decide to buy one of these consoles and you've got kids at home, these can't stumble into it. So to do that, just highlight the folder, push the white button on the controller, go down to Set Lock, and you have to enter in the master code, which is 1995. Excellent year. Okay, and then you can enable the lock code. We're going to set a game button code combo on the controller, and we're just going to make it ABXY. Repeat, ABXY, start, and hit OK. Now it's got a little lock picture on the icon there. That means it's locked. So now if you want to click on it, you have to enter in that game code pad. It's ABXY start, and now we're in. You want to take it off, you just go down, hit the white button, select remove lock. You got to enter in the master code. And it's going to ask you, are you sure? Yes, you are. And now we have no lock on it. So easy as cake. Applications. We've got the download content installers. These are the ones loaded off of Xbox Live. They are included to where you can just install them straight from the hard drive. It's pretty cool. We got the remote control set up for the Xbox controller, so you don't need the actual DVD kit anymore. You can play the DVDs without that. Let me show you this right here. DVD to Xbox, you just follow through the prompts, put the disc in the tray. I've got it all sorted out for each folder, so you can put the game in the appropriate folder. It's pretty easy. Okay, and then we got the controller tester. You can test out your Xbox controller. This gives you a little picture of it. You can move it around, check out your thumbsticks, check out your buttons, make sure they're all working properly. They're not sticky or anything. You push both back and start at the same time. You can test out the motors. They're working properly. They feel good. Your analog sticks, as long as when they rest, they land within the box, they're good. And you can check out the response time of everything else, all the other buttons. And that's pretty much it for that app. You can test out some other things on it too, but that's the got the Unleash X dashboard on here too. I'm not going to get into that. It's pretty much just another dashboard. I don't have any shortcuts or anything set up in it. I really just like to use it for doing updates for XBMC, because you can't run XBMC while you're updating it. So that's just another dashboard to use for mostly just for updates. And of course we have the original Microsoft dashboard on there. It's just another tool, really. That's pretty much it. Okay, and now we're going to Chihiro. Now these are the games that require 128 megabytes of RAM to play. So,
Normal mission.
All right, you've arrived. Move into position. Operation code B126. The local police will be...
Reload.
I'm playing this game with an Xbox controller, but get a light gun. It's real easy to get.
Miss shot. Reload. Reload. Reload.
Alright, thumbs up there. Okay, let's try out Outrun. Now they did port this game to original Xbox, so you can actually play the original Xbox version, but there are some subtle differences between the Xbox version and this original arcade version. So there's some Japanese titles too. Get ready! Okay, we're gonna check out some Halo mod packs. These are all multiplayer Halo mod packs, just for different maps. We'll check out one of them and just play through it real quick. It's got tons of different maps in each one. I'll just show this one here.
Slayer.
Got different guns in each one of them. Instead of shooting bullets, they shoot modded vehicles. Different weapons, shoot different things. These banshees
Remaining.
Okay, anyways, that's that. Okay, let's try a little homebrew here. Got 145 homebrew games. Okay, let's check out some Xbox games. So I've got them all alphabetized, different categories. They just load up better if they're not all in the same folder. If you look closely, you can see that a lot of them have these little icons within the thumbnail there. And what that means is that they have trainers, which are basically cheat codes for the games. And most of the games have cheat codes available. They're not on by default. You'll have to go in and activate each one if you want to use that one. And I'll show you how that works here. So for example, you highlight the one you want to play, push the white button, go to trainer settings, and right now the trainers are turned off for this game, but these are the ones that are available. So you have infinite health, one-hit kill, and free purchases through the game. So if you want to activate one, hit that and then hit OK. And now that little icon turned yellow. It lit up. Now, you just launch the game like you normally would. Of course, other cars that hit each other will die too. There's only one other car. Everybody else is dead already.
And here comes your party leader.
No, I'm in first place. That means everybody else is dead. So, yeah, it's kind of like action replay for Xbox.
A new leader emerges. That turn just past there and thinks that he takes the lead.
We'll leave this and go check out something else. Okay, now let's tear into the emulators. I'm going to kind of jump around and go into some of these. This one's Doom. Okay, so we're going to use the left thumbstick as the mouse and go to action and then run offline. You can set this up to run multiplayer, but I haven't actually tried it, so I don't know how well that works. I've just been running it offline. And then here you've got Doom 1 and Doom 2, and you can run certain different WADs on it. The Freedom WAD, and then on the right hand side here you can choose different mod packs. There's quite a bit in here. I haven't had a chance to go through all of them, but there's some really good ones in here. The Simpsons one's pretty good. Let's see here. I like the Terminator one's pretty good. Let's go to that one. If I can find it. There it is. Yeah. All right. So you select Terminator WAD, and hit launch. That was terrible. I've done much better on that game. I don't know what the heck my problem was. Yeah. Anyways, there's Doom in a nutshell. We'll okay, let's go back into the emulators. Let's try out OpenBor. Got these all on the CoinOps platform. There's quite a bit in here. These are pretty much unreleased games. Okay, now let's go back into emulators and check out CoinOps. Okay. Now, there's a lot of videos on YouTube about CoinOps, so I'm not going to get into it in too much detail. This is the full version. It's got 4,191 games, so it's got a lot of stuff in here. It's pretty simple. Push the A button, load into it. To back out of the game, you push both back and start buttons at the same time, and I'll take you back to this menu. Some of the games take a little longer to load up, some of the arcade games, because they're huge, they take a while. If you get a black screen for more than 60 seconds, up to 60 seconds can be pretty normal for some of these large games. Pretty much just going to leave it at that. That's here. Reset it and move on to something else. Okay, now let's go check out some PlayStation. Okay, now I have these all set up on the CoinOps platform also. We've got 229 games, and so far, these are the ones that are compatible running on the original Xbox. Of fun, but pretty gory. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and load that up. Yeah, on this particular one, it's going to load up to a black screen. Takes just a minute to load. It's kind of big. Okay, once you get the black screen, push X and A at the same time. You might have to do it a couple times. The reason why you have to push X and A together is because it's coming up with a violent warning screen that doesn't actually show on the Xbox. So you have to push X and A at the same time to get past that screen. Once you do, you're into the game. This game's got a lot of blood and gore. It's pretty awesome. It's a lot of fun to play. this is thrill kill. It is a lot of fun to play. Looks like I'm getting tore up pretty bad here by a guy tied up and blindfolded and gagged. Pushed the back in the start button to go back to the main menu here. You can jump from one game to another. PlayStation games will have some issues playing on the original Xbox. A lot of these play very well. Some of them are a little jumpy and might have minor graphic issues, but all of them are playable. Go ahead and exit and go to something else.
Pizza power! Let's kick shell! Let's kick shell!
This is April O'Neil reporting.
Hey, Krang! Bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag! Pizza time! Prepare to die.
Fire!
I did it!
Ready! Fight! Good!
Power drain. Power drain. Power drain. Power drain. Power drain. Get ready! Yeah! Yeah! Power drain.
You win!
Okay, these next emulators I'm going to group together. These are the MAME emulators that upscale the video to 720p and only work in 720p. So if you use standard video cables on this Xbox, these are the emulators that aren't going to work properly. So we're going to go with 7800, Atari 5200, ColecoVision, Intellivision, MSX, Lynx, TurboGrafx 16, NES, Game Gear Master System, Sega Genesis, which also includes Sega CD, Famicom, and Super Nintendo. There's also Virtual Boy, Amiga, Game Boy, and WonderSwan. These are all of the also Atari 2600 editions. So I'm not going to go through each individual one. They all run pretty much the same. They all have full ROM sets. So we're just going to load up Super Nintendo and I'll explain it from there. Okay. So each game has its own box art and video preview. You can go through each one with the D-pad, or you hold down the trigger to go through the list a lot quicker. Forgot about this little intro here. Got stuck on that. You can jump from one game to another pretty easily. All you have to do is push the right stick. Takes you back to the game list. Let's do Super R-Type. All have save state, so the right stick, push it like a button, go down to configuration. I'm sorry, not that. Game utility. You can overwrite them, of course. In order to load it back up, you have to come back into the same emulator, load the ROM state, and there's your game right there. The media, I've got manuals for a lot of the games. I don't have all the manuals in here, but I do for this one here. So that's pretty cool. Got some commercials. Screening commercials that were on TV. And of course, I don't have all of them, but I do have a bunch. And they are low resolution, so they're not the greatest.
And psych up your Sega Genesis with the Hyperstone Heist and all new 3D Turtle Thrash. So remember, this is Cowabunga. But the turtles for Super NES and Sega Genesis are...
Cowabunga, dude.
That's some old stuff there. Okay, let's go back to the top of the game list. Wait a second. Let's exit this game first here. Let's go back to the top of the game list, very top. So all these games, these are all the American games. So at the top, if you push the A button here, you can go to different versions. We've got the European games, Japanese, special releases. So if you go into Europe, all these are European. These are Japanese. So you got some special versions of games in here. Up. In here too. I'm sure you'll find something you've never seen before. Back up here. Watch. Look at. Licensed. Got some updates in here. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching my video. Like I said, this particular console is the 3 terabyte with the RAM upgrade to 128 megabytes of RAM, which allows you to play the Chihiro games on there. The 3 terabyte won't have this folder on there, of course. This folder contains the Chihiro games, Virtual Cop 3 and Outrun 2 Beta. Here is the system info. We're running at about 85 megabytes of free RAM, just sitting here on the dashboard. That's using 33% of the memory. Here's how much space is left over on the hard drive. This is the model of hard drive that I'm using. It's the Seagate 3 terabyte DM001. One of the best hard drives out there for this setup. We're running at 720p resolution, about 60 frames per second. This particular motherboard is a version 1.0, and it is a TSOP flash. It is not a hard mod. Alright, again, thank you very much.